falling behind. When I leave the house and I don't bring my video with me, I find it hard to get right back in that and feel the emotion that's compacted with the reality. So what I'm going to start with in here is J, the letter J, the letter J, the letter J, 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 J. You need J, J, J in order to create this first formation, but we need more J's to have above and below, so J is not alone. I need a minimum of 90. Remember, do you see this area over here? A, B, C, D. We need 4 areas to complete 3 inside the house. 3 will get you 4. J upside down from each other will now create S, JS, 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 which creates T, 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 and I, the JIT of the matter. J and S, Jack of Spades. 10, 19, 29, the split world, 9 and 9. The B world split, B, and 9 is the bi world. 20 is for the T letter. 10 is for the J letter, and 19 is for the S letter. Total 7 by 7 is 49. The I letter is last, equals 58. 5 times 8, 5 plus 8 is 13, and 40 equals 53. 53 will then equal to 8 and 15 equals to 23. So 58 or 85, which is the center passage right here, 8 and 5, will then equal to after to 53, which is Earth and Jupiter, which is Earth inside Mars, Jupiter and Jupiter. Earth and Jupiter, and Mars, Earth and Jupiter. 58 is going to create 53. 53 is going to create 23. The same thing as 72. 72 is win big red dog. Have you ever looked at the word Africa? Begins with 1, ends with 1. 1 and 1 brings in the 6 light. It would be 66993, creation out of Africa. Take away the letters 1, 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3, 1. 1 is inside 3 in the 2 worlds. 1 and 8, the 18th letter. 4 times 2 inside of R. Africa is so perfect. 139, 93 is inside the Saturn star. 39 is inside the sky of the Saturn star. 169 is the built world of the AC energy, 13 by 13. The only square that's separated in 1313 is in Monopoly. It's 168 hours in the week, and then the one square that separates it all in Monopoly. Designed a Monopoly board, 13, 13, 13, all the way up to the top. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The other formation is inside of this. Now, I shouldn't really be talking about this. I'm going to back it up. Before I back that up, I want to show you a little bit of a different result. 240 and 120 equals to 360 degrees. If that was in day and time, I would have 16 hours equals to 240. I would have 8 hours equaling to 120. That would equal to 2 weeks of day. 2 weeks of day. 32 hours of day will equal to 48. 32 hours a day, twice this equals to 480. Times 3 equals to 1,440 minutes. In the day of man, 1,440 minutes in the day. This equals to a total. This one is 1 day. This is 2 days. Times 3 equals 6 days. 6 days of light. And the 1 day that we're down for the night, we would have to multiply this by the same thing. Double it for 16. Multiplied by 3 is 24. This would then give you 360. 360 to 1440 is 1800. Is 1/2. 360 is 1 1/4. 1.25 times this number. 288 times 1.25 is 360. We're going to do this one more time. Take this and this, and we'll put it together, and it now equals to 24. Times 10 days is 240. 240, 10 days. In order to get this, We need 15 days to equalize 360 degrees. 15 days in the Mayan is a week, and 5 days is a week and a half. We need to do that twice. Now I have to get my pen and my paper out to focus on how I'm going to do this twice. I need, the first time I got 96, so just let me put this down here so you can follow me. So we got this over here. Now I no longer want to do this. I want to do both of these to get this, because 1440 is my day. I doubled this, I doubled this, I will double this, and I will double this. This becomes 240. This becomes 480. 480, 240, 720. 720 becomes 726. 0 equals 6. This is the cat. This becomes the gateway of the dog. 246, 726. 246, 726. This becomes 16 hours and 8 hours. Now this becomes 32 hours, and this over here becomes 16. 32 and 16 equals to 48 hours. Or just let's say the number 48. This equals to 2 days. 2 times this will equal to 1440 equals to 1 day. So now what did I do here? I got to multiply this again. I got to multiply it by 2. So this 720 will now be 1440. This one will be 96. 96 hours. 96 of whatever you would like to get. And what is the answer to this? It's 64 by 1.5 equals to this. 1 1/4 times this. A quarter of this is 24 equals to 120. 120 equals to 126, the spirit of the dog. Now, it doesn't mean anything that I see what this actually does. This is the cube inside of man. 96 hours. 48 will get you 400. 720 times 2 is 1440. Let's do it again. 48 hours. Okay? 48 hours. Every 6 hours, okay? Every 6 hours is 360 degrees. Why? 6 times 60 is 360. So every 6 hours, so you would get a total of 8 days. This would now create a total of 8 days. 8 times 12 equals to 96. 7 times 12 equals to 84. Pluto. And now we have to do this one more time. How did we get all these hours? We need 360 degrees. 240 and 120, 360 degrees. Takes 16 hours and 8 hours, but we need 1440 to complete a day. 1440 minutes, I'm going to run by the same thing. Since this equals to 360, I need 4 of them to get into here. So therefore, I need 4 of this, so I need 4 days to make 1 day. In this calculation, 4 days will create 1 whole day. So if you're talking about the leap year, that's what it is. 4 days creates 1 day. So it's 1, 2, 3, and the 4th day completes the day. The same thing. Okay, so we do that. So if we divide that, okay, 90 times 4 is 360. So it takes 4 years to complete 1 circle. In order to reach the 7, 10, and 13 worlds, 4, 4, and 4. This is your 13 world. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 worlds, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. 7 worlds. 7, 6, 8, 5, 9, 4. 13 world. 1 and 3 is 4. This is one side of it. This is the other side. 9 and 1, 8 and 2, 7 and 3 equal to the 10 worlds. 4 and 6, 5 and 5 equal to the 10 worlds. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7 equal to the 10 worlds. 4 and 9, 5 and 8, 3 and 7. So all this here fits right in over here under number 3. All this will categorize right over here. 4 and 1 equals 5. 4 and 2 equals 6 equals to 11. 6 and 4 equals to 10. 9, 10, 11. 4 and 1 is 5, 9, 10, 11. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this. There was one other piece on this. is that the 48 hours, or 480, okay, 3 times 480 equals to 1440. So since this equals to 2 days, 16 hours and 12 hours, okay, excuse me, 16 hours and 8 hours, 240 degrees, 120, there is your 360 degrees. This is your 24. It took this and this. Now I'm just trying to go over for my own sake. This is the light and this is the night. 08 becomes 68. 6 and 8 is on each side of the 7, which is the mind, which is the passage of the mind or the vibration within. 48 hours is 2 days, equals to this. This will equal to 20 days. 20 days over here. This is 24, 48, 20 days of the Mayans is a Mayan month. But 480 into this takes 3 of them. So in order to run a Mayan cycle, you need 3 times this, or 60 days. 60 days is now equivalent to 60 minutes on a clock. So now we would have the equivalent to how many 60 minutes ago in here, and that's 24. So that's 24. What do we come out with? 216 plus the 24 hours is 240 again. 240 in a 10-day regiment. Anyways, I'm not really happy with this video. What I wanted to do with this video over here, this part over here, is 3 times. I multiply everything by 3 because here is a circle. Here is a circle. Okay? In the circle, I'm inviting this pen and this pen into my circle. But I'm already a pen. We will be 3, but there were only 2 invited because I'm the one who began the circle. It's what's inside the circle, right? It's everything inside the circle. But this one is a continuous. It keeps going right through and right out the other end. It passes through the circle, right? You need the whole to pass through this circle to come out of this, the Holy Spirit. So what we're going to do, 3 times 1, 3, 4, 3 by 7 equals 3, 12, 21 equals 34. The DC power, the next one is creation. This one equals 7. 3 times 1, 4, 7, group 1. Everything is 3, 3, 3, equals to a total of 7. Group number 2, 2, 5, and 8. 2, 5, and 8. We take 2, 5, and 8 equals 6, 15, 24. 6, 6, 6. This equals to 33 and 45. 45 is this. This is the sun and the fox. 33 is the next number, and it is the gateway. The next one is 3 by 3, 6, 9 equals 9, 18, 27, 9, 9, 9 equals to the sun. 36 is creation equals 90 equals 96 rotation. In the 7 world, 630 becomes 636 in the first formation of DC. In the second formation, okay, of B, B is the only one letter in the family that creates the 7th gate. B and E is right here. 52 creates the number to Earth. 51 the number to Mars. 52, 51 create Mercury inside of 666. This is the 7 world. This becomes the 10 world. 8 and 2, 5 and 5, 2 and 8. This is the world of passage. This is the mind, 512 memory, and this is the passing zone. This is the AC power. AC power, 2, 5, and 8. In order to get 13, you need 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 5 and 8, 8 and 5. 8 and 5 reverse. From both these worlds, it duplicates. 5 is in all 3 worlds. 5, 5, 5. So when we're talking about the Mayans, we're talking about the central gate of creation. 5, 5, 5 in the world of 666. This one will become 366. Why will this become 366? This will become 933 because it's 03. This becomes 06. 0, if you look in the binary code, 0 equals 1. Look in the binary code, 0 equals 1. Automatically, this is 7. Automatically, this is 4. Now, into this world over here, we get 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. We only have to put 1. But 1 goes over here for 4. 1 goes here for 7. 1 goes here for 10. So it's pretty much a perfect match. 1, 1, 1 makes all 3 worlds in this one over here. 4, 4, 4 enter into these 3 worlds. 6, 6, 6 enter into these 3 worlds. 10 equals to 16. 16 and 3 equals 19 equals to the spirit inside the 7th gate of the delta angle. Do you see this R? See what this R is? It's 70. The next row over here is 3 times 1, 2, 3. This way, I went 1, 4, 7. The other way is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. 7, 8, 9, 72 times 5 equals 360. The running of the clock, 5, 2, 7. The B world, 5 and 2, and B, 5 and 2 is Earth, runs the clock. 4 and 2, again, the fox. 4 and 5. There is no next number in this number over here. 45, 63 is creation. 63, 135 equals to ace. This equals to ace. 135 says ace. 3 times 123 is 369. 3 times 456 is 369. And 3 times 789 is 369. If I put the 0 last, now we're going to change something a little different. I'm going to put the 0 last. After this number over here, if I put the 0 last and I come up with a 6, on the other side I'm going to put a 1. Because 6 and 1 is the 7th gate. There's 3 numbers in between. If I would have 4 numbers in between, and there would be a 1 over here, okay, I would still put 6 over here if it was 0. It depends what's over here. I'm trying to find a new way to, anytime there's a 0 here, I'm going to put a 1 in front. It automatically says 6 and 1 is within the light. Anytime there's a 0. Anytime you have 0, okay, it's split between 2 areas. That will equal to 2. 2 areas, 2 or 5. 5 in the front, we'll say 2 areas. Anyways, I'm just going a little bit all over the place with that. The next thing I wanted to do is, instead of going to the 2, 5, 8, 2 and 9 is 11. 5 and 9 is 14. 8 and 9 is 17. This is bringing it up to the next level. I bring this to the next level. I get the letter K, I get the letter N, and I get the letter Q. Inside I get 666, and I get 126. 216, this is 9 days of 24 hours. 9 times 2 is 18, times 4 is 72. Bring me the clock, 258, running in the center. This one is 12, 15, 18. 369. This one becomes the sun, the creation, and the foxhole, the center of the foxhole. 135 says the ace hole, the 5 passing 1. 135 ACE. The last one, the first one, this is 1 and 9, 1 and 9, 4 and 9, and 7 and 9, 999. Brings you creation, brings you the sky, and brings you space. 111 is 666, 117, 117 or 711 or the game of craps, plus 6 brings you ABC inside this creation over here of 147, which is the spirit of Alpha, right over here. Now the question is, what does that mean? I still don't have questions. I'm not happy with this. Right now over here, these are blanks. There's nothing in between these lines. When you crisscross the lines this way, if I bring it one box, it's only one box. I make 2 boxes. I have a center. I have a center. With these straight lines in one box, I cannot do it. If I make another box, I get a center over here. Where do all centers meet? All centers meet at the 4 corners. There must be at least, 4 corners. If I go over here to here, there's 4 corners over here. I must make it meet. Now, I'm not very happy with what I'm doing right now. We did this. This is what I basically came in here to do. And this is going to finalize the 3 times 19, which is 10, which is 1, 10, 19. 198. 3 times 22, 3 times 25, 147 equals to 198. 20, 258. 258, 147, 258. I'm bringing it up to levels. In this one, it says Moon, Time, Book, General Electric. General Electric runs the moons. Why 66? Because these are the 2 books. Okay? We must make the 2 books, one side and the other side. The books that are running the moon. 1818, Venus. 81 is Venus. Moon equals to 19 and 57. Life equals to 22. And the books, the split of the life and the EC, the egg or the electrify, the splitting up, G and E, the splitting up of George, whatever George stands for, is right over here. 60 is the time, 69 is rotation, 78 is the gateway, the middle gate. The Middle East. Somehow it seems to start in New Zealand and run all the way to the Middle East is where everything seems to be taking place. The last part about this is 21, 24, 27, 216. This is the 9 days of our life in our creation. Venus, time, creation of the sexes. Sex, center C of the piano. 3, 24, and 5. 24th letter on the C says sex. Venus, time, creation. Red, brown. This number over here, okay, 20 becomes 26. 8 and 9 is 17. 0 equals 6 equals 23, and 26 equals 49. 7 by 7, the seventh gate. G-U-N. The numbers is 3, 5, and 7. The angle is 3.75 is the movement on this one. It brings 7 by 2, 7 plus 2, 14 and 9. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals 15 and 8. 23 and 23, both 7 and 2 and 5 and 3. 7 and 2 is 9, 5 and 3 is 8. They both create 23. H and I are the duplicate letters of each other. It also says the year of the light, the coming of 2017 equals to 37, the wings of Nibiru, the DC energy, and the passing of 7 by 7, the green world, because in pool, the 6 and the 14 ball match this one. Now, there was one other thing I wanted to mention in this. This comes out to Jupiter and says Samuel or Ruel, which means the rural streets. It could mean Rael at the same time that they're talking about. This says South Africa, and it also speaks about the Arctic Circle. 32 is the number to life. 39 is the sky of Aleph. Now, there was one other thing in here. I'm not sure where it is. I'd like to go back and find one other piece in here. I'm not sure where it was. It was very important to me, and obviously if I'm not finding it, I'm looking for it in here. Here's another code I was running with, 1, 2, 3, where the center is 2, 5, 8, 2, because you need to come back. When you start, you need to come back to the next number you left with, but it's on the next level. 2, and then you add, the next level is 5. 2, 5, 8. I'll go 5 here, and I'll move 8 here, and I'll move 2 here, and I'll move 5 here, and I'll move 8 here. And every time I go along it, when I get 8, before 8 is 7, and after 8 is 9. When I do it here, I start at 1. It will be 1, 4, 7, 1. 1, 4, 7, 1. 1, 4, 7, 1. 1, 4, 7, 1. And every time before the side, the 4, 4, 5, and then 6, but 6 comes back to this side. It's rotating. It's always rotating with the same numbers. The only number in the wings of Nibiru that brings us to 365 days Nibiru is right here, 5 by 73. 4 by 91, the 4 suits, the 4 seasons, the 13 weeks, the 13 by 7 equals 91. The 7 by 4 equals to 28. 28 by 13 equals 364. 7, 7, 11, and 20, 2011. 60 by 60 is 360. 5 by 72 is 360. 7 by 52, 364. Earth. The gateway is Earth. Creation of Mars. The moons of Mars, 10 and 7. This becomes 16. This becomes 7, creating 23 inside of number 52. The first 3 parts, this one, this one, this one, and this one, all get another 6. 6 days, 6 days, 6 days, and 6 days. But this will be 2 times 6 will be 12. Put me number 3. Put me number 3. And this will be 3 times 0, 6 equals 18. Put me number 9. And this will be 4 times 0, 6 equals 24. Put me number 6. And this will be 6 times 0, 36. Put me number 9. 369, 366, 369, 363. That's the way these numbers work. And the one over here, 5 times 6 is 30. 0 on 30 equals 6 equals 9. Put this over here. This one, this one, this one are all 369 rotations. 5, 6, and 3. 5, 6, and 3. These two are not. 366 and 363. There's one over here I wanted to multiply 2 times 180, or how about 6 and 2 times 180? 6 and 2 is part of Venus, Neptune. Why? Because 1 and 5 over here, and 9 and 5 create 10 and 7 from the same numbers. 0 and 3, or 63. Creation of 120 or 126. 04, instead of 40 by 90, it's 90 by 40. 09 becomes 69. Or 04 becomes 64. 90 becomes 96, 40 becomes 46. This creates the DC world. 12 by 30 or 12 by 36. Instead of 300, this will be the 6 that's missing here by 12 is 72. 72 times 5 is the 360 degrees for the clock. It says E-Science Lab creation. 136, 1 to 16 with the pool balls, 16 of them, the letter P. 1 to 6 equals to the light of creation, touchdown. Do we leave the socks by the fire? The penis or the socket? The penis of a dog or an animal, most of them are inside sockets and we don't get to see them. Yet the human seems to be outside of the whole bag, hanging around. So something seems to be mixed up. I had to bring that in there to mention it because it was mentioned today in front of me. There's something else about the Mayan calendar. 20 becomes 26. This is 60. 3 times 26. This is 80. No, this is 20. 20 times 18 is 360. This one over here, 26, is because 0 equals 6. 26 by 18 is 6 by 18, which is 96. 96 and 360 is 456. Let me do this again. 6 times 18. Excuse me, it's 108. I made a mistake. 108 and 360 equals 468. 108 itself equals 168. 168 are the days in the week. 108, because it's 3 dice, you have 2 in-betweens. Add 2 or add 3, you get 111. The top story to the Twin Tower, you get 666, 999, and 333 if you want to match the 7, 10, and 13 worlds, or areas, or gateways, or lockouts. 468, 360, 108. We're going to get to this next. I'm going to talk about Valentine's, okay, and how 108 touches Valentine's. And the reason for this is because it's 102. Valentine's is 102, but there's a T in it, makes it 108. So Valentine touches the Twin Towers. And there's 11 inside Valentine. It says to go. 11 goes with 9. Val, 11 goes with 9. I just learned how to read. 20 Celsius is 68 Fahrenheit. Creation of the mind. 26 Celsius is 78.8. The gateway between two sides. Remember, in order to have two sides, we need two sides. We need two doors. With one door, what are we going to do? We need both doors. And then we need inverted doors. We need to have Z and we need to have N to understand the difference, how we work with the letters. Now, I know this is all over the place, and this is not, I know it's not an incredible video. It's far from incredible. Ask me a question about something. I put numbers in their formations. I make up equations that will bring other numbers together, explaining what happened with numbers, just like this over here. I start in the center. I put my smallest I. I needed a separation of 2 for the left and the right, so I put A. Then below, I put B, and above I put B. Then I put C. And then when I finish, okay, it's going to say C, D, E, F, G, the same thing as the piano. I'm going with the smallest that I can go. The smallest that I can go. And this would be the creation of the letter I. Have you ever seen the creation of the letter A or D? Here's the letter D. It's the top of the A. The legs on the other side of the A are the C. And the one that cuts it, creates A, C, D. First, it's this. It's just an angle. You run one line through it. If I do that one more time, everybody knows what's coming next, right? Everybody knows that if we do this one more time, right, we get B, or two mountains. But you notice the way this one is a complete open C. This one over here is a changed angle. What letter will this create, or what will it create? If it creates anything, I will have to create a reflective image on the other side. So going to create that reflective image on the other side. So I would have to do this and do this to create that image. And how would I create this image? I would have to run this one down here and run this one all the way to here and run that. And this is what I would end up getting, reflective images. Here's my heart, and inside is my diamond. Now, if this was soft, this would just push in, or this is the passage. Now you have 11, 11. And if you really take a look at it, right, this becomes a box. How is this box supported? This is ABCD. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.